Hey, what's up? I'm Elementually. What I'm doing is working on re-recording my podcasts, which are over I don't even know. I guess they're like on podcast places or whatever. But I kind of just did them like really rushed. I didn't record them or anything like that. So I'm trying to redo them and just like actually have conversations and whatever. But then I'm gonna put it together like in a cool video and actually upload it, and it'll be a podcast and all these other good stuff. So that's like my goal, anyways. Okay, but then can I see you guys somewhere? Oh, yeah, I can see you guys. Stop, this is cool. Okay, yeah, so this is me recording my podcast. And I can now see that you guys are there. But yeah, so I'm working on my podcast. Actually, we're gonna talk about rocks, and I have some rocks over here, so we can definitely do some like rocky things. This is really nice. I'm playing with my like stuff, like, oh, here's how I can do all this, because I want to re-record these podcasts. I have them sitting over there, and they have a lot of views for just like, sometimes I didn't even record them myself. Sometimes I use like an AI voice, and I sound ridiculous on there, and so that is not the goal of what I'm trying to do here. The goal of what I'm trying to do here is, something better, something more lovely. I wish there was a way to not show myself on the live. Like, I'm gonna just open up a page. I'm just gonna open up a tab, and I'm gonna cover up. I'm gonna cover myself up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cover myself up in a tiny little Google window. Whew, that is so much better. That is so much better. Thank you. So anyway, what we're doing today, I'm re-recording the podcasts, and this is the first podcast for Witchy Spiritual Stuff, which you can find like over somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it exists. If you type Witchy Spiritual Stuff into a podcast thing, you would be like, okay. Anyways, hi, I'm Jamie. You guys know me as Ellen, and this is the first episode of Witchy Spiritual Stuff, how to cleanse and heal with crystals. So anyway, how are you guys? What have you been up to? Let's get started. I'm Jamie. Most of you know me as Elementally from TikTok. Welcome to Witchy Spiritual Stuff, the podcast where we get real about energy, intuition, and all the messy magical things in between. Yeah, I totally let ChatGPT write that. It's so good. I was like, I need a hook. So if you've ever bought a crystal, held on to it, and then completely forgot what it's for, this one's for you. This is gonna be my new favorite thing I've ever done. Definitely, for sure. Okay, so the funny thing is I did not write out the script for this other than just like little pieces of it, but whatever, it's gonna be fine. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about how healing crystals are energy tools. So let's start with that. Like, people have those questions, like what is a crystal? How does this work? How can you use it as an energy tool? One of the things that you can do with crystals, honestly, is just hold them in your hands, and like different crystals, different temperatures, you know what I mean? And then like you have untumbled and tumbled, and these feel all cool and smooth, and these feel all like, rocky. And I don't actually think that, that might be like azure. Maybe. And, they're all rocky and of the earth or whatever. So, that's part of it. That's the whole thing, crystal. And that's the thing too. A lot of people like put them in their bras and stuff or whatever. Well, don't be dumb. Like, this doesn't belong in your bra, but this is okay. You could definitely put him in. That'd be all right. That would totally work. Absolutely. 100%. I don't even think you'd have to worry about it. I do. Yeah. So that would be totally good. Anyway, one of the things that I love to do with crystal, just this kind of crystal, big, this is a amethyst. So this is an amethyst, which is kind of, the third eye. Everybody wants to use it to see better, whatever. Right. There it is. Okay. So anyway, the whole point is sometimes I just need to chill. And have you ever just taken a crystal and just held it in your hand? That's the thing. I know they're trendy, and I know it's a whole thing, and I know it's fancy, but just holding a crystal in your hand, just that cold shock, if nothing else, can help you. That's a way to take a deep breath. It's a way to pause for a second. It's cool. It's something cool that you can do. And I don't know, does it work? I definitely noticed that in my hand now, and I'm not focused on the fact that I just dropped a crystal on live Facebook, you know what I mean? Or wherever we are. Yeah. So that's just one of my favorite ways. But the cool thing about crystals is they do the work for you. They do the job. So it's just all about how you're feeling, and then the crystals just do more. I love the thing about crystals is that they kind of tell you what you need, you'll put 4 crystals in your hand or whatever, or a whole handful of them. And I can tell you right now, like, this is the one that wanted me to hold it. And this is tiger's eye. So that's honestly, if you're like, I don't know anything about rocks and I have questions and I mean, not like rocks in the geological sense, because I am not the person to help you with that. You need to talk to somebody else. I cannot do that. So like, here you go. Like you've got this one right here, like this tiger's eye. And I love tiger's eye because it's like, I don't know, shinier. It has like a cool, like, sheen to it. And what I love about that and just everything about that is that it's like, it's a brown stone, but it shines. Like what? I don't know. I think that's really cool about it. But tiger's eye is all about like motivation and strength. And so like a lot of times this is the stone. This is the bra stone. Like you're like, got a big thing today. Woo. Okay. Problem solved. You know what? I'm going to know that stone's there. It's just going to be my strength. It's okay to like have a little bra strength. Okay. We allow that here. So I don't want you guys to freak out about it. And we talked about amethyst, like protection, peace, being a little bit psychic, that whole third eye thing, right? That's a thing. Yeah. No, that's totally a thing. Yeah. I think this is clear quartz, right? Yeah. This one's hard. It's like super tumbled. Oh, this one's rose quartz for sure. This is like a rose quartz. Pendulum. Everybody needs a pendulum, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. Well, just a few. Reading more over here. Oh, this is black tourmaline. It's a good one. It's just like all about grounding, which I'm obsessed with. Like, this is one of my favorite stones. It just makes me always feel really good and grounded and everything. Yeah, but I love stones. Like it's a whole thing. So that's kind of why we like them. And the thing about crystals too is like, do you cleanse your crystals? And everybody wants to know, like, how do you cleanse them and what do you do? And the answer is, yeah, you should cleanse your crystals. Like they're going to hold a lot of energy and it's going to be one of those things that's a little bit stressful. Like, you're going to be able to tell when your crystals, they need you. You're going to be able to tell when they need a good cleansing. And I mean, it's simple. Like a lot of times just, selenite is a great way to cleanse with. And it's also called satin spar, but it's this stuff. I mean, keep this with your crystals. And the only thing is then you need to cleanse this because like it definitely like absorbs all the energy that your crystals absorb, which I think is really cool and really fun. Like, if you're into that sort of thing, that's how it all works. So I want to make sure like you understand how all of the crystallist workness, anyways, so definitely cleanse. Like it's all about resetting. So sometimes like if somebody gives you a crystal, you want to keep their energy. Like maybe you don't want to cleanse that crystal. You're like, so-and-so gave me this crystal. I love that person. And I love having this little memory of them and knowing that they had it and it was something, then you don't need to cleanse. Like that would be the opposite of what you want to do. You don't want your crystal to lose that energy. That's the whole point, is you want to be able to bring that energy with you. Running water is not a great way to cleanse your crystals. Just water, honestly, at all, just because I don't know if your crystal can handle the water, and probably it's fine because it's probably a rock, but some aren't. So like, I'm just not going to deal with that. Like, I'm not getting involved, especially when you can like moon cleanse, which is so easy. Literally, you just get a tray. I'm looking for like a tray. Hang on. I'm looking around. I'm like, where do I have right here? But all you do is you would just get like a tray and then you just take your crystals tray, right? And then you just put them outside. That's all. That's all you have to do. It's not like a big deal. It's not anything hard or complicated or anything. It's just like, oh, okay. Like, that's an easy way to cleanse and, work with crystals and do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do. I just made myself really big on the screen and that caused me so much stress. I'm not even gonna lie. So anyways, sunlight is another good way. This could go in the moon, but it could also go in the sun. And like some people just like the sun more than the moon. I don't know. That's up to you. Like, cleansing and that sort of thing is so personal. You do not need to be all like, you don't have to do a certain way or whatever, or you smoke or I don't care. Like, cleanse in the way you want. The other night I literally was live and I felt these cards needed like a little bit of, and I just went like, that's just a little cleanse. Quick cleanse. That's all we're saying. We're not asking you to do anything crazy. That's nice and simple. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to cleanse crystals people give you on purpose, but I do want you, I mean, if it's gross, if it's icky, if you just feel like, oh, this is like energy of someone you just hold a crystal. If you don't want it to feel the way it feels, then cleanse it. That's the biggest answer I can give you about like crystal cleansing, if anything else, because I just want you to know that, like, you don't have to do it that way. You can do it this way. This is a pretty one. Oh, that one's really pretty. That's a pendulum as well, which are really fun. And, that's something that we can get into. And eventually we can talk about all of these things on the pod, because I can't believe this podcast has as many downloads and streams as it does. And I haven't done it this way yet. So I'm glad I'm doing it this way. I hope it turns out good when I put it all together. We'll just see. But what I really want you guys to know about crystals more than anything is I want you to start small. Like, I cannot say this enough. Once you start buying crystals, it's an issue. Before you know it, you have just crystal piles of you'll be so happy. You'll have so many crystals. So just pick a crystal, just pick one that calls to you. Go in and be like, maybe it's just like a little baby, maybe it's a little baby crystal, little baby. You don't know. Like, so when you pick this crystal and you're like, this is the one for me, this is the crystal, then learn about your crystal. Ask the people at the shop. Be like, hey, where did these come from? If it's a reputable shop at all, then they're going to tell you where your crystal came from. There's a shop up, north of me, and they get all of their rocks, like, they get everything locally. Like, that's their thing. And so, like, I love that because it means that any rocks that came from anywhere were like from around here. So I don't often cleanse those just because I like that it has the local energy. But again, that's kind of the thing that you can do with it. You don't necessarily have to know that or whatever. Okay, but I'm sorry, I got a little bit lost. Like, I'm like doing the podcast and then it showed me again. And you guys remember how I'm like not letting it show myself because then I'll start to look at and I'll be like, oh, I should be doing this different or whatever. Oh, but that's what we're going to do. If you get a crystal, you're not going to overthink it. You're just going to walk in, put your hand in the crystal bucket, reach over, pull one out. And that's the crystal that you're going to learn about. And that's the crystal you're going to work with. And honestly, I mean, what I want you to do is I want you to learn about your crystal and then, cleanse it, do everything with you. You don't need a bunch of crystals. You can honestly just go outside and do it with a rock. Whatever the energy, it's just a little energy vessel. That's it. That's all. That's its whole job. And then different ones just hold different energies. So honestly, I mean, go grab your tiger's eye and, have fun. That was yeah, it told me to say that on the thing. Oh, next week we're getting into burnout magic and what happens when your guides ghost you. Is that true? I'm excited. I don't know. I'm re-recording all of these and I have them saved, what each one was. So anyway, welcome to the re-recording of the first episode of Witchy Spiritual Stuff. Was actually the 30-something recording, but it's the first recording of the first re-recording other than the trailer. Yeah. So anyway, everyone's like, girl, what? And I'm like, yeah, no, all of that's true. Which, I mean, So if you guys have questions, I love you and I think you're pretty and I'll see you next podcast. Bye. And now, am I still alive? Possibly. My dear. I'm just alive now, just hanging, being like, cool.